She takes a knife before going to the bathroom, and Michael also gets a blade before rushing outside to get things ready. As soldiers get off the boat and begin to approach the house, Michael cuts a rope that throws a huge rock down the hill and activates a net that captures one of the men to drag him underwater. Then Michael turns on very bright lights, blinding the soldiers because they're wearing night vision gear. They immediately take it off and open fire when they see Michael running nearby. Since he manages to run ahead, a soldier decides to chase him up a hill. Michael surprises him from behind by breaking a lantern on the man's head before shooting him with a flare to set him on fire. Soon another soldier makes it to the hill, so Michael throws a rock to create a distraction. Then he stabs the guy and throws him into the ocean. Meanwhile, another soldier bursts into the house and Jack immediately attacks him. After some struggle, the soldier shoots Jack to kill him. Then the man kicks the bathroom door open and easily disarms Jessie before capturing her and taking her away. In the garage, a soldier searches for Michael, who activates another trap that impales the man with a hook. He ties the rope to leave the guy hanging and hides. Soon another soldier arrives and Michael jumps on him to disarm him before fighting him hand to hand. He manages to stab the soldier a couple of times, yet the man keeps on fighting. Michael hits him with an oar to bring him down. Then he pushes the oar against his neck to kill him. At that moment Michael hears Jessie screams. He grabs the dead soldier's gun and opens fire, hitting the kidnapper in the legs to make him fall. With Jessie no longer in the way, Michael shoots the last soldier to death. A closer look reveals that the soldier had been recording, so Michael takes his equipment and tells Jessie to wait for a moment. Then he enters the house and discovers that Jack is dead, so he apologizes to his old companion before grabbing his phone. He calls a mysterious friend to tell him he's on his way with baggage, and after the conversation is done he removes the battery from the phone. Next, Michael and Jessie get on the soldier's boat and leave the island. Soon Roberta realizes her soldiers have been defeated, so she sends out a special agent and tells her team to find out who Jessie is. In the morning, Jessie and Michael make it to Scotland and Jessie notices that Michael is bleeding, but he assures her he's fine. They sneak around town until they find a vehicle they could use, but they'll need the keys. Michael teaches Jessie how to use a gun and asks her to keep guard while he breaks into a house. Inside, Michael searches for the car keys, only to be seen by a boy. Suddenly the house owner appears at the door and points his gun at Michael. However, Jessie surprises him from behind and forces the man to help Michael with his injury. Meanwhile, a technician in Roberta's team has some news. The terrorist profile they saw earlier is fake. It was programmed to pop up whenever a certain face appears on camera. Whoever created this used self-deleting code, but the technician manages to crack it. Now Michael's profile is on the screen and it says he was killed in action. After Robert points out that someone is trying to make them kill their own people, the technician tries to access Michael's mission logs, but the computer says the file doesn't exist. At that moment the computer picks up a 911 call from a boy in Scotland whose father has been captured by a man and a girl. Roberta immediately sends another team out with the agent she called earlier. Meanwhile, Manafort uses his software to keep an eye on everything. He checks the soldiers' recordings and is horrified to discover that Michael is involved. When he hears that Roberta is sending out a certain agent, Manafort contacts the man first, telling him that this is a black kite operation and he must answer only to him. Agent Workman is loyal to Manafort, so he immediately agrees, happy to have him back. Manafort asks him to kill both Michael and Jessie. At the house, the owner finishes patching up Michael's wound. He wants to leave now, but the police suddenly surround the building and the owner's son admits he called them. The officers have orders not to engage. However, when the owner rushes to the door, he's immediately shot in the head by Workman. Michael stops the boy from following him just in time, but Workman keeps shooting just to destroy all the police cars. Jessie and Michael try to escape through the back door, only to bump into two cops. Michael starts fighting them at the same time and in just a few moves, he manages to knock them both out. A third cop appears when he steps outside, but Michael knocks him out with a simple punch and steals his things. Then the duo gets moving and the rest of the cops also try to stop them. However, Michael defeats them all with pepper spray or a taser. The last officer doesn't even try to fight, so Michael takes his keys. The duo steals a police car and Michael accidentally hits the police vehicles on their way out, but at least they finally escape. Seeing all this on the cameras, Roberta tries to call Workman. However, he's turned off his communicators. Meanwhile, Workman chases the police car and hits it with his own vehicle, but Michael manages to speed up to move ahead. Workman opens fire, which cracks the windows but doesn't hurt anyone. Then he hits the police car a few more times, causing most of the windows to break. The chase continues through the forest, where Michael makes a sudden turn to hopefully lose the enemy. Unfortunately, Workman catches on quickly and follows them down, hitting them a few more times. When Workman opens fire again, Michael dodges the bullets and starts driving a bit more slowly. Once Workman is at the front, Michael hits his car, causing it to flip over. Michael makes sure to push it off the road before he and Jessie leave. A few miles later, they find a construction site and Michael announces they're switching cars. In the woods, Workman is still